I'm convinced that the meetings we had with the COO of Ford in Detroit, when they were looking to build their plant and they had every state in America to choose from, and I would fly up there and sit down with them across the table and say, here's how we're going to develop, here's how we're going to get you workers for your biggest investment in Ford Motor Company's history in the middle of rural Tennessee. Here's how we'll do it. Here we have a plan, and they believed it. But you all know that executing on that plan is incredibly difficult. It's one thing to say we can do it, it's another thing to do it. And Ford is just a big example. You know, it's a big sort of public example, but there's dozens of those kind of examples across our state where the companies are going to make decisions based on our workforce development strategy and actually what we're putting out for workers for these industries, broad scope of industries. So, and that's why I'm so fired up about this. This new TN Works strategy that we have, you know, we've been doing workforce development in correction and human services and, you know, every department of state, economic development. We have workforce development strategies in Department of Health for healthcare workers. We have workforce development strategies everywhere, and they're just, you know, I've watched that over the first 5 or 6 years and said, this ought to be, like, we need to consolidate this effort. This is one of the most important things in state. And that, therefore, the elevation of the power of this board and the creation of a consolidated sort of integrated strategy, TN Works, that I'm sure you've heard about. Many of you were there the other day when we announced it. It's not just a brand, it is a strategic alignment of the people that are gonna make sure that this is a highly pursued subject in the state of Tennessee. So I could go on a long time because I love this subject and I love what you're doing, and I'm grateful. It takes a lot of personal effort for a lot of you to take your time out of your days and your schedules and your jobs and the work that you do to show up and lean into and take the time invested here. But there are 7 million people who hope that there are rooms of people like this that can do it, that are willing to give of their time for an issue that's so important.